Hey, what is up guys, it's GalaxyTech here, back again for another deck profile for you guys. So this time I'm doing a more competitive version of Dinosaurs. So I took this to my locals on Tuesday, and it was relatively small, about 25 people I think there were at the time. Came fourth, going X1, losing to Infernoids. Yeah. So it's nothing too big, it's not like a regionals or anything. I don't really have the time to go to it, but yeah, I'll get straight into the deck profile and show you guys the list. So, starting off with 2 copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, 3 Clogs a bit. You can always search out with Soul-Eating Oviraptor. So yeah, and it's so disruptive and really nice, and you know, all of that. Then playing 3 copies of Soul-Eating Oviraptor. This is basically just the best card in the deck. It makes all your plays live, basically. Yeah, nothing more to say about it. It can be a 1-card laggier in some cases, if you have the field spell and all that, and the right amount of setup. So yeah. Then playing 3 copies of Miscellaneousaurus, because this, yet again, this is one of the best cards in the deck. Just blanket protection for everything. A free special summon from graveyard by just, banishing it, and some other stuff. You can just banish this, go straight into Durac Aelo. I never actually managed to use Durac Aelo to make a synchro, but it was there, and you can use it for that purpose. Then 3 copies of Megalomasher X, because Rescue Rabbit, and it's just a 2k body, it's so good. It also works nicely with the field spell because it's a vanilla. Then playing 3 copies of Baby Cerosaurus and 3 copies of Petyrannodon, because you need to just you need these to just make your plays go off. You need to destroy these with your Oviraptor, or using your Lost World field spell, or using your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and just use them to make the plays go off. It's really good. 2 copies of Tyranno Infinity, because summoning this off of Miscellaneousaurus to make it a 4k beta or even higher is just so good and really underrated. Like, sometimes when you just need this to push through for game, and it works. And if not, you can just this is Dolka fodder. You just make this into Laggia or Dolka. So yeah. Then I'm proxying this, and I was allowed to, because I didn't get it in the mail, and because it was locals, I was allowed to. But 1 Durac Aelo. Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine to arrive in the mail. Don't know where it is at the moment, but yeah, you just you use this to make Shambara, and when we get Draconic Diagram, and we have I think it's called True King of All Calamities, the OTS 4-pack leak for the rank 9 XCs for True Kings. You can but for the time being, I don't think it's all that great. You can make Shambara with it and push for game, and you can also make Trish and some other synchros, but I'm not running other synchros. I'm just running Shambara and Trish for the time being. The one time there was a scenario to make this at locals, it would have been better for me to just not make it, to be honest. So yeah. Then 1 copy of Rescue Cat, because we have vanillas, to summon off of it. This basically just replaces Cabazels. This is a 1-card. This is 1-card Bahamut Shark, or it's a 1-card Laggia or Dolka, or just 1-card rank 4 in general. So it's really good. Lastly, I was playing True Kings, because I definitely still feel it's the best way to play the deck, despite not having Draconic Diagram. So I was playing 2 copies of Lithosogem, I do believe it's called, the Earth one. Really good. Just works so nicely with the baby dinosaurs. I was playing 1 copy of Agnamazud, I believe the name is, the Fire one, because we do have, we got the 3 Miscellaneousaurus, and we do have the Durac Aelo, which if you draw it in your hand, then it's really not all that great. So this just gets rid of it. And then regrettably, I was playing 1 copy of Barastos, I do believe correct me if I'm pronouncing any of these wrong, but yeah, I was playing 1 Barastos. I did manage to resolve this because I had the vanilla in hand, and it did manage to pop a baby at the same time, so I did manage to trigger the effect. But I sided this out every game, along with Durac Aelo, I do believe. So yeah, I would definitely cut this in the next build in favor of something else. So yeah. Yeah, that rounds up the monster lineup. So yeah, I'm not sure how many monsters I was running, but you know. So then onto the spells. 3 copies of Lost World, because this card is just insanely good. Like a lot of people at locals just had a very difficult time getting over my stuff because of this card, because this card just prevented their monster effects from targeting stuff. So yeah, and of course three copies of Terraforming Search It Out, because you want the field spell. Like the most optimal opening hand is getting this and getting your Soul Eating Oviraptor. I'll try and put a combo in at the video at the end to showcase something. So yeah. Then 3 copies of Fossil Dig, because we want to search Oviraptor. Like you just need that. You rota for the deck. 2 copies of Instant Fusion, make Nordin, revive something from graveyard, generally your Mega Masher, so you can make Bahamut Shark, you know, all of that. 2 copies of Twin Twister, because back row can sometimes screw us over. 1 Regeki, because just get over everything, although not always needed. I might side it instead for next time. And then yeah, that's all of the spells. I was only running 1 trap in the form of Treacherous Trap Hole, because this with you can make Rafflesia if you really want, although I don't think it's the most optimal play. And you can, if you have one of these on the board, then you can just either flip this or send it with Rafflesia, pop this in one of your opponent's monsters, disrupt their plays and all that. Or you can just pop both their monsters. But if you pop your monster with it and one of theirs, then you get this triggering off during their turn, which is quite nice. So yeah. Yeah, that's the main deck. I believe it was a bit quick. This has definitely been a bit quicker going through it than last time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the people know what this deck does by now. If not, then definitely just read the cards, because like the deck is so good, and it's definitely going to be something. It's definitely going to be meta once we get the rest of the True King stuff, if not already. So yeah, definitely do that, because yeah. Then for the extra, I was playing 2 copies of Evolzar Lagia, because you know, this is a solemn judgment on legs. You need this. And I was playing 1 Dolka. I might bump up to 2, although I never actually made Dolka. I always made Lagia. So yeah. Then 1 Castel, 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Emerald, 1 Cowboy, 1 Samurai, 1 Giant Hand, and 1 Rafflesia for the more generic stuff. I never made any of these over the weekend. I think I made Diamond Direwolf on Tuesday, but that's yeah. Those are the generics, but the cards that really matter are the Bahamut Shark and the Totally Awesome, along with the Lagias, because just making a field of Lagia, Bahamut Shark and Toad is just very good, especially if you've got a Lost World up, because then that really limits their options in what they can do. So yeah, that's all the Xyz. Then 1 Trish, 1 Shimbara. As I said, those are the only synchros I'm running. None of these actually came out. I decided to drag ALO out after every game, and the one time I could have used it to make a synchro, I didn't actually need to. I already had game on board. So yeah. Then 1 Nordin as the Xyz. I was thinking maybe Theseus, but nah, because I don't have my Crystal Wing anymore, and making Sulkin is just not quite subpar in this deck, to be honest. So yeah, the 1 Nordin, I was actually quite happy with the extra deck, just running the Lagia, the Dolka, and the Bahamut Shark and the Toad, and the Nordin probably are the only things you need, and some synchros to make with the ALO. So yeah. So onto the combo. So what you need in order to do this combo is very, very simple. You basically just need these 3 cards. And yeah, so you put the Lost World on, you summon Soul Eating Oviraptor, use its effect, and then put that on Chain Link 1, put this on Chain Link 2, just in case they have a strike or anything, and they try to strike it. So yeah, summon them, give them a token, and then use Oviraptor's effect to put this in the graveyard. Then what you're next going to do is, because you now have a Dinosaur in graveyard, you can actually target this token with Soul Eating Oviraptor. So you would destroy it, and if you did, you would summon the monster from grave, but you're going to use Lost Worlds effect to actually destroy a dinosaur from deck instead, because you are allowed to do that. So what you do is you can destroy either of the babies here. If you're going first, destroy this, because the not being able to attack is irrelevant. Otherwise, whatever, you can dump whatever. So you ditch this, use its effect to summon another dinosaur from deck. I would go for Miscellaneousaurus, so that if you detach it from Laggy, you put it in the grave. So yeah. Then what you do is you go Instant Fusion, you pay K, summon the Norden, get this from grave. So now you have 2 waters to overlay, if I just move the graveyard away, to overlay into your Bahamut Shark. You also have 2 dinosaurs to overlay to make your Lagia. You can then detach to summon the Toad. And if you have anything like that's just 3 cards in your hand. If you have something like a Treacherous Trap Hole, then of course you can set that as well and do even more. And if you have the True King in hand and any of the babies, then even better. So yeah. So yeah guys, that just about brings me to the end of the deck profile. If you enjoy the video, of course, don't forget to leave a like to show your appreciation, and leave a comment to suggest improvements for the next build. And also don't forget to subscribe, because your support is greatly appreciated for the channel. And I shall catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.